I bet you you're screaming this shit up right now. Going, yeah. They say, shut the freak up. I'm telling you, shut up. Snake mate. What are you screaming about? He's doing it again. He's doing it again. No, I'm saying we outing you. That's what we do. We out you. Every time you do something dirty, we out you. We find you and we out you. We're scam artists. And look at this. Look at the match. This is supposed to be. See that part right here? See that area right here? That's the paint that he painted over with the bare silver screen. Look at the match on that. Look at that. And this man is sitting right up on top of the screen, a finger's distance, talking about, look, there's a big difference. Man, if you can't barely see that from there, you're not going to see that from 11 and 12 feet from the screen. Look at that mess. Look at that. You ripped all those people off. Jamie, you just sit around thinking about different ways to get people off and scam them. That's what you do. Now, you want to go on your YouTube channel, you want to sit there and say at the end of the day that I'm just talking trash. Buddy, everything I say, I back up. Everything I say, I back up. Tell me I don't. Look at that. Look at this. I bet you if the customer saw this, he could have gone out and just bought the bare silver screen and did the job himself. Again, see our first screen to the screen, that means it's really sitting right up on top of the screen when he's showing you the demonstration. Look at his mess. Okay, look at his mess. Gee whiz Louise. I'm serious, I'm saying right now, I'm just scroll down to the bottom of the comment section. How many people got this right here? How many people got ripped off on this? Raise your hand. You have to room and raise your hand. Like, oh, he got me. He got me. He got me. You know, you guys don't know your rights, do y'all? Y'all could have took a small claims court and got $12,000 out of it. Yep. All you had to do is walk in there and show that stuff match. At the end of the day, that video, you could have got 12 grand out of it. You knew your rights. Small claims court, no lawyer involved. Just you and the judge. You watch Judge Judy, right? Same thing. That's all you had to do. It's a small claims court, you could have got $12,000 out of it. And he would have got locked up. You know why? Because he ain't got paperwork. So it means if anybody would have took him to court and he walked in that courtroom and he couldn't show up in there because he didn't have paperwork, he'd have been in a lot of trouble. You got your ID to walk through a courthouse. Don't play around in there. So you have to come there. He got a summit to be the court. He has to be there. So they have to put a warrant out on him to go get him. Look at the black level. Sheesh. Unfreaking believable. Look at that. Close how close I can. Wow. And he sat on camera the entire time. It has a yellowish tone. You can't see it from your end, but I can see it. I just set that there for a minute for you just to absorb that nonsense. And look at that nonsense. Somebody in there running their mouth too much. You got to go. Timeout. You got another timeout coming up for you. Let me see. We need a timeout for. Let me see. We need a timeout for you. You want to exalt yourself. I'm putting you in a timeout because you're doing too much. You got a 24-hour timeout. You're doing too much. When you start getting excited like that, ranting and screaming, this is a great possibility. You're going to have a heart attack in here. I'm not going to run the risk of you screaming and having a heart attack. So I got to give you a timeout for 24 hours. When you act right, you come back in 24 hours. Woo. Ring was going down. I thought that's before it came down. You've got this banging, ain't it? Anyway, I didn't catch that one. But anyway, as I said before, you, buddy, you're on there ranting and carrying on and yelling, and dude, you're going to mess around and have a heart attack. So you're in timeout. Because you just said the same thing over and over again like 13, 14 times. So that's why I gave you timeout for 25 hours. Calm yourself down and relax. You did this, okay? You got to face the music, okay? That's what it's going to come down to. Now, you do all that screaming and yelling when you're over there in that third world country, and I guarantee you, you may not make it out of that situation. But they're going to tell you the rules and regulations, and you will follow it, Jamie. Until then, you're getting exposed. Look at that. Look at the skin tones. Look at the skin tones right there. So we're going to send all that out to you. And meanwhile, I'm going to buy your stuff. And if you make any mistakes, you make anything where anything comes, I'm going to file against you. You already are going to be charged with not having a license. You're already going to be charged for counterfeiting, committing piracy, fraud, trademark violation, patent violation, copyright violation. I need to go into any more. Stolen property. I need to go any farther than that. So you're going to be charged with all that. But also, you can shut in the day, you're ripping off people at the end of the day. And I will contact eBay. So, you figure it out. Now, if you're going to say at the end of the day that, oh, we're just trying to take everything. No, Jamie, we're not trying to take everything from you. At the end of the day, you're a scam artist. That's what you are. Because you're selling the paint that customers can make for free. And you got it right there. We sent it to your front door and you sent it back. So there's no pictures of it, people. Look at this. There's no pictures. Where's the pictures at, Jamie? On this product. No pictures at all. There's only one picture and that's it. Boy, talk about scamming the customers every chance you can get. Look at that Metallica Mix 2.0. So there's no pictures on it. And you got no pictures at all? Anything? Nothing up there? What do they get in the can? What's your return policy on it? That's what the return policy is. You can get your money back. Or you can at least get an equal exchange. Is there a batch number verification showing this stuff works? You got any testing on this stuff? Anything? Let's see. Returns. Seller does not accept it. Oh, well, there you go. Look at this right here. He doesn't accept returns at all, period. Well, isn't that special? Baldwin, California. Isn't that interesting? That interesting name, Baldwin Park, comes up a lot in agencies now. Because that address has been put in multiple times. Yeah. I got orders from a couple of companies while I'm doing this. Because my technology is the beast. Look at that. Look at that. It's crushing your screen, Jimmy. The Refuser, Metallica 2.0 getting crushed. You know what makes this paint, Jamie, more special than that paint right there? More special? We got you to send it back to me. And if not, you want to play that game, go right ahead. Good luck in county jail. Let me thought about something. If I can't get an AI person to interact with me, I want an AI pet. That's what I want, to interact on the screen. Something I can run around. And the only person that has that is Connect. So learn how Connect works with AI. If I saw that software, some of those files I have, I was digging through the software files, I saw AI technology would connect. So I'm curious how that would work at the end of the day. Well, we got somebody in there doing something stupid. Gotta go. Let me see. Let me give you a timeout. You're going to be, let me see. I'm going to hide your channel. There we go. Your channel's gone. And then you're bye-bye. Got himself a ban. Doing dumb stuff at the end of the day. I did you a favor at the end of the day. You know why? Because all these videos right here, they go to FBI. So So that cube you just used, that's copyrighted. I get you a lot of trouble. Yeah, that's changing. Then we got nothing to lose right now. Then we got a lot to lose. When you see what goes on in that place, you got a lot to lose. I don't want to get into trade some of the stuff that may happen to you in that place. But people think they're big and bad until they get their flesh cut open. You're sitting there getting beaten down with a couple of nightsticks, and you're watching your head crack open and blood bleed through. You start thinking about like them. But a big bad nonsense goes on the door. I've seen people get beat to death in places like that. Not in that place, but in prison. I've seen people get almost nearly beat to death. You guys lose their temper, they go off on you. Let me see. You're going to learn a valuable lesson? Okay, you're going to learn a lesson. But until then, your paint sucks. It doesn't work. I told you. You're desperate. You have to get that money back or something at the end of the day.